Hey,
I didn't
I've got
decide to do this.
get away from the pain you drive into. The heart of me, the love we share seems to go
I feel
nowhere.
like he,
Welcome to Patrick and Cerebral, Paulsy, aka PCP, the only drug you ever need. I'm your host, Patrick
when did you
Smith.
start
Why
it?
do you always cut me off, Paul?
When did you start it? No, when did you
I
start?
literally started it when I was starting to sing, you know, my beautiful singing. But then you cut off my beautiful singing, Paul.
Sorry.
Son of a bitch. God. I was trying to tell Mikey Mike might not know I'm a beautiful singer. I'm a beautiful baritone. Maybe you know I don't know what's between baritone and tenor.
Yeah,
Like a baritone one.
We ended on Mike's quote last week, and I think that was perfect for what it was. But I didn't sing. I didn't sing the ladies.
Oh yeah,
last week.
I was.
So I think it was appropriate that Patrick started singing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know. But I think we I don't know if you remember, we did end on another quote which I said, "Eat ass every day, pussies."
Oh,
or something along those lines. Something along those lines, you know.
Okay.
I did say that. But Paul, you always cut me off when I say my name. You know? So I'll start again, Paul. Just because I'm Patrick Smith, joined by the always handicapable Paul Smith.
Hi.
I just like that little, it rolls off the tongue now, and it's just now always the handicapable Paul Smith. You know, I can say my in-house resident cripple Paul Smith. Am I ableist for saying cripple? Maybe. Well, let's see if this gets me canceled. Cancel me. 2021. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, what's that? 2020. God, I don't want to go back to that.
I mean, it kind of extended into 2021 a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think the pandemic's coming to like an end. Like daily cases going down less than 30,000 a day, which really.
Shout out vaccine gang. Get your vaccines.
Get your vaccines.
Take your Ubers.
Listen, we understand it's a scary thing, especially those of you with small children. Like it's a scary thing, yeah. But gonna get us back to some semblance of normalcy relatively soon. Hopefully normalcy sooner rather than later. You know, where we don't have to go out in public and wear masks. And I feel like the mask is humanizing people.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because you smile at someone. You know, anytime you make eye contact, the best kind of thing to do is just smile. You know, because it's really weird to make eye contact and just like a lot of time you just smile at someone, but you can't see that smile now.
Yeah,
you can kind of tell if they're smiling, but some people you really can't. And yeah, it is kind of dehumanizing us, and I think we're hope we get to a point where we just don't have them. I mean, I don't think we're ever gonna get rid of them from now on.
No,
I think there's gonna be those people out there that's gonna wear them. But I think realistically, if we follow.
I mean, we had people wearing them prior, but mostly it was Asian Americans, and that's because that's just courtesy.
So I think we're gonna follow that.
Not in their homeland, but.
It's courtesy for your fellow man.
Yeah.
If you're sick, wear a fucking mask. I think that's good. We're gonna pick that up, and I think that's pretty ingenious. A lot less
like when people get sick in Japan, they wear masks. Like if they have a cold, just a simple cold, they'll wear a mask.
Courtesy.
But
before we dive deep in some topics here, I want to shout out Mr. Mike and Mike Graybar. We did have on last week.
Yeah, we did.
And this is gonna lead to my first topic, but phenomenal guest. I got pretty drunk there and took my shirt off. Don't remember half of it. I was watching. I was like, I don't even remember this. I was hammered, Paul. Paul was high as fuck. We're in legal state of Michigan. Marijuana. Allegedly. The fucking lawyers take us. Good luck. But yeah. So. That just kind of leads me into my first topic. Talk too much. You're wondering what I was meaning by that.
Yeah, I was curious when I saw it on your board.
So I watching the podcast over. I talk a lot. Oh, I talk so much. Paul, I just don't stop talking.
Listen,
I don't stop talking. I know I have to carry the podcast when it's me and you because sometimes you're just like, I
believe. Can I comment on this?
Go ahead, Paul.
Because I feel as though I'm more of a commenter. I comment on things. I add context and detail to certain things, and it's difficult for me to broach subjects. I mean, I'm not really a conversationalist. Like that's not who I am. But I feel like I can. I'm a person who adds context. So if you feel like you're talking too much, it's probably because I don't really. I'm not one who carries a conversation. Like I'm not. That's not me.
No, but I also think like, especially last week with 3 people, I thought I was talking a bit much, maybe talking over people a little bit, like I don't want
Again, you were intoxicated, so it
yeah, I
wasn't
don't want
like.
to. I mean, I do a lot of weird stuff when I'm intoxicated. Obviously, I take my shirt off.
Yeah.
That's the
We'd
great.
like to apologize. Well, I'd like to apologize formally for that.
Yeah, I may have shown my penis to some friends occasionally. Nothing sinister. And Paul's looking at me like, dude, what the fuck are you saying? Yeah, as a joke, like a little centipede pulling out. Ping. Nah, nothing too crazy. I'm not fucking the Scranton Flasher here, so fuck off, Paul.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do maybe have some poor judgments when I'm drunk. But I usually tend to have a good time.
I feel like that's everyone though.
Yeah. But I'm not trying to be like sinister about like talking too much, I don't want to like I don't know. I don't want to steal like anyone's voice. But
Yeah.
I've definitely talked way too much.
Every time that I get drunk, I think about Gabriel Iglesias, who's incredibly funny. He talks about the type of drunk you are, and I feel like I'm the I love you drunk because anytime I see a boy, Jordan Ricky Edwards, I'm like, I fucking love you, Jordan. He's this big dude. He's like 6'4", 6'5", and he's a big guy. And he's very intimidating. He's very hound-esque, I guess you could say.
Yeah, he hounds you, but once you get to know him, he's a teddy bear.
Oh yeah, he's 100% teddy bear.
Yeah, but like exterior, your first time you're meeting him, even the first few times, you're like, dude, this guy's scary.
Yeah,
but, I mean, generally,
he's a lovable dude.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I didn't want to I don't want to steal anyone's thunder, thunder lightning away from.
Well, I didn't get that impression, but
I don't know. I can
intoxicated.
Yeah, because it's hard to pick up social cues, especially when you're drunk too.
Yeah,
that's why I'm just scared of. I'm always scared of it. I'm so insecure about everything, and anxiety it cripples me at night. It's always fun. Goddamn, I love life. Shout out Short Shorts Nation. I won't show you my short shorts, but I got my short shorts on. Just letting you know.
We all great.
My white thighs are hanging out. They're looking good as fuck. Paul, don't you agree? My white thighs are looking good as fuck. Paul, I need hype game. I need hype game. Hype game.
Oh gosh.
Hype game.
Yes. Very much so.
Paul's back in the show. Paul's back in the show. Paul, you ever join me on Short Shorts Nation, dog?
I don't think so.
Paul's gonna join me one day. I can tell by his answer. He wants to join me.
I don't think so.
He wants to be just as cool. It's understandable. I mean, hard to say I'm not cool. Hard to say. I mean, some people try to make the argument, but not this guy, Paul. Not this guy.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I feel like I was thinking about this quote. Not particularly quote, but I was thinking about these words, and I feel like we all kind of talk a lot. Every one of us. If you say less, you speak more. And I think about Friday Night Lights, the movie, not the TV show. I heard the second season was crap, but the movie is this. I believe they call him Preacher. He's this big dude, and throughout the entire movie, he doesn't say a word. Does not say a word. Like basically a mute. And they get in the championship game or like the semifinals, and they're at halftime and they're down, and he's the one who picks everyone up, and it's just like that's the type of person we should all aspire to be. Someone who's just quiet and stoic, and when they need somebody to pick them up, they can pick them up.
Well, I'm not that type of person. I talk a lot, Paul. I just talk a lot. I say nothing. I guess the quote makes sense for me. Sometimes I say some meaningful stuff. I try to listen as much as I can, but sometimes when I'm listening, my mind wanders. Listen how crazy this is. Sometimes when I'm talking, especially in front of people, in front of a few people, like a public speaking, or even just talking like in front of like a boss or some authority figure, I start talking, and then I think about myself talking. Now, just follow me on this. Just follow me on this. I have an internal thought while I'm talking. So I'm not focusing on what I'm saying. I'm now focusing on, oh, people are listening to me, and I'm now don't know what I'm fucking saying, and I lose track, and then I sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
And then my mind goes blank, and I'm like, yeah, that happens so much. I just realized how much that happens, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like it's an anxiety just riddled fucking thought process. It is the worst, because then people are like, this guy's an idiot, and guess what? They are right, Paul. They are right. This guy is an idiot.
I think you possess above average intelligence.
Oh, thanks, Paul.
I'm watching Game of Thrones again. Doing that.
Yeah, that's. I was thinking about doing it, but wasn't 100% sure. Ooh, I really hope the audio synced up, but we're just gonna record this anyway. I mean, hopefully the audio synced up.
Yeah.
So I'm trying. Listen, so I'm trying to figure out this whole fucking video camera. Listen, this is 4K, dude. This is supposed to be 4 fucking K, and it's all grainy and shit, dude. It's all grainy. It's
a nice iPhone 12.
It's garbage, dude. It's So I have to stream through an app. It's so stupid what you have to do. Like, you should be able just to plug this in and be like, oh, it works. But no, you have to get a fucking app, and you have to stream through the app to stream onto this fucking streaming service or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just a complicated process, and that's the reason why it's not streaming at fucking 4K, baby.
And see our ugly mugs in 4K.
Yeah, I mean, like, who doesn't want to see all my blemishes?
Yeah.
Another thing, I mean, I've talked about this before. I am sick of filters, Paul. I am so sick of filters. Listen, I understand everyone has beauty image issues. I definitely have. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm the ugliest person in the world, and I'm kind of fucking right on that. We're not good looking people, Paul.
No,
let's be realistic. We have big noses, and
we'd be good dwarves.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. We'd be good miners. We're hard workers. I'd like to say that. I think that's sounds a bit egotistical, maybe narcissistic a bit, but like.
Yeah, I mean, but we can grow some serious beards out. We can't grow the long hair though, which is unfortunate. Yeah. But you know, I mean, what can you do? You can't be the perfect dwarf.
No, you can't be perfect.
You know, but fuck, man, we'd be like fucking Gandalf's right hand man. You know?
Again, so self-assessment's very hard. It's a very hard thing to do, especially for like this newer generation.
Oh,
because of filters, because of
social media in general, and everyone wants to look beautiful. And I mean, objectively, not everyone's beautiful.
Okay, so these kids are seeing like these supermodels with perfect skin and perfect bodies, and it's just like it's not realistic, and they feel bad. Like they just have an average, normal physique of a person, and they're like, "Why don't I look like that?" Try desperately, and some are bulimic, some do self-harm because they're like, I can't make myself look like that. And that's horrible. We shouldn't have.
Yeah, I think we have a ridiculous beauty standard. We kind of have to, you know, I don't know, ease that out of existence, but I don't think it's ever going to really happen.
No, because of social media and the internet. The internet.
Yeah. I mean, let's say we got more inclusive in like beauty, you know, I mean, models in general. But realistically, I don't think those ads, you know, like they have like, you know, not the best looking people, you know, and they'll use them for models and shit, for like clothing or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, you kind of want to see the person with the six pack because you want to be that person.
Yeah, I can understand that too. Making it so you aspire to be something better, which is always something you should do. You should always aspire to be something more than what you are. But at a certain point, you should not feel at all guilty for not looking, quote unquote, perfect. And that's a horrible thing that kids go through now. What they're growing up in, like we didn't have that when we.
This whole filter thing. I'm just like. I just think, you know, people should use less and less filters, in my belief, and kind of show like what we actually really look like. We all don't look good, you know, and that's fine. I mean, I'd rather. I think real it way more attractive than this fake stuff. You know, like a person, you know, that's posting like oh, my life is perfect. You know, like, oh, going to the Bahamas, pictures in Bahamas. You know, next week it's like, oh, here, but like that's not as attractive as if they're like, hey, like fuck. Sometimes life sucks. I like
Marvel movie marathon in sweatpants.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
Like that's so attractive.
That's awesome.
Like the I mean, there's definitely people who've done it before, but I give mad respect to Kid Cudi, because he was like the first person really that was like, damn, yeah, I'm rich, but I'm not like I'm depressed as fuck,
No.
I'm like fuck, like you can hear it in his music, like his music is phenomenal, and it's like
I mean, last night I listened to "Pursuit of Happiness," Steve Aoki's remix though,
yeah,
because it's upbeat, and I was kind of feeling good allegedly.
yeah,
I was feeling good.
yeah, allegedly meaning Paul took a gummy and here ha, 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 smoke weed every day.
Smoking up,
Sorry, I'm just getting
but
pumped up.
I was feeling good.
No, yeah, I mean, I like that version when I want to get pumped up. But his original version's fucking
Oh,
dope as shit.
fantastic!
Dope
It's like
as shit.
yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, all of his songs. I mean, and Man on the Moon, is that what it's called?
yeah. That's the album.
Yeah, that's the album, dude. I mean, that's gonna go on. I think for a few fucking generations. Like
Yeah. I mean, dude, it ends with "Higher," which is a really really good song.
they're all phenomenal in that
It's
album.
dope.
Yeah, just give mad respect to him because he's like, yeah, money doesn't buy you fucking happiness.
It's so sad. He's from Ohio.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the one flaw, but like he has no choice.
I mean, we can go over our weekly "fuck Ohio" speech here.
Yeah,
I mean, Ohio's kind of garbage. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you live in Ohio, but fuck, man.
that's not necessarily your fault. But if like you're like, oh, Ohio's the greatest place to live, well, no,
Yeah,
let's
it's
just
really not.
let's
I
be
mean, there's a lot
honest.
of garbage people in Ohio, though. That kind of deserve to, just live in Ohio because of how garbage Ohio is. Woo! Sorry, I'm getting heated, Paul. I'm getting heated from this Ohio talk.
Yeah.
How garbage they are. But if you're a good person in Ohio, I mean, you should probably leave that shitty state.
Come to Michigan.
Yeah,
We have beautiful, beautiful places.
beautiful. EEAU. But yeah. So
I kind of want to transition into
okay,
something else because we had Ann here this weekend. He's 79. But last night our sister who's getting married 1 week, we got 1 week.
T-minus 1 week, baby.
I'll
week.
be walking down the aisle.
Right,
Patrick will be in the wedding. But yeah. We had our niece with us last night when Patrick picked me up from work. I don't drive. We discussed this.
Paul's all handy capable and stuff, and doesn't have the confidence. It's not his ability.
Yeah,
it's just his eyes that are really fucked up. And then I don't want to talk about his eyes because then he'll go all hypochondriac on me. I'm gonna go blind. Stop, Paul. You're fine. Listen, no, you're fine. Stop. I can tell it. I can tell it. Stop. It's his eyes mostly because he had to pass a vision test to even get on the road to be able. It's a whole whatever.
Yeah. But we had our niece with us last night, and we're going to the store. She's fantastic. We have like the greatest niece in the world. She's
pretty dope.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's 12.
Yes, 12.
Yes. 12 going on 13.
Going on 13.
Crazy.
Jesus.
Crazy to me.
I'm fucking 5. Yeah.
Wait, no, she's 11 going on 12. What am I saying? Yes, because Jace is 8. Yes. She's 11 going on 12. She's going to be 12 in several months.
You don't know shit about fuck, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, it kind of lost her brain a little bit. But she helps us with groceries last night. We're in the car, and she tells Patrick to turn on this song. And I'm thinking it's like just chilling song.
Yeah.
It has some explicit stuff in it. And I was like, you're 11. and you're listening to this, and
it's the baby, and this is Cop Car, but that's not the song.
I think it's called Superstar.
It's an alright song. It's a lot of mumble. Like, come on, let's be real.
But like kids are being exposed to things like that now.
Early as fuck.
The internet's like, holy crap.
I mean, we were exposed to some stuff, but we just didn't know what it was.
Nothing like but nothing like that at that age. Like, she's 11 and she has a phone.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we had flip phones at like No, we were like
No.
12, 13.
We were 13.
I mean,
Yeah.
still, it's fucking a 2-year difference.
Yeah,
Not that huge.
still though.
But our phones were flip phones. They weren't connecting to the internet with everyone, and you're all connected to your friends, and then you're seeing the FOMO is the worst thing ever. You see a bunch of people doing a bunch of shit. You're like, oh, why didn't they invite me? That sucks. That sucks for the situation because they get to see their friends, or and they're like, why didn't they invite me? And maybe they just generally forgot about you, like. But in your mind, you're like, oh, they hate me now. And like all this mental health issues based around just having a phone and being connected to social media at such a young age. Oh, it's terrible.
I mean, it is important to be connected, especially right now. But like,
Yeah.
there are things that kids are being exposed to that.
Porn.
Yeah.
Porn. Oh, man. I rammed through some porn when I was younger. Oh, I mean, we had porn when we were like teenagers. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, I could get everything easily. But it was like, oh, you could see some boobies.
Yeah.
Easily. But you can like watch like now it's like you can watch like a 3-hour video and you're like, what? What the fuck, dude? But yeah, back then it was like, oh, you could see a picture of some tits. Like, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. But yeah, nothing like today. It's so accessible. And I mean, there are kids with like literally problems, and they're 8 years old and they have like it's fucked up. I mean, I definitely would have been. I figured out, I learned masturbation at like 6. I was like, I could definitely see myself going down a rabbit hole. I'd be a sex addict or a porn addict at like 7. 100%. 100%. 100%. Paulsy, no, I wouldn't have been. You're gay too. She'd be like, this is not Christian. This is not Christian.
I would like to say by the age of 12, I was, wow. Puberty is quite a thing.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
I remember my voice dropping. Like you have your first initial one when you're like from like a little kid to like a kind of just a kid, and then you have your one when you're going through puberty, and it's you're like, oh, I have a deep voice now. Oh God.
I didn't really like recognize.
Yeah, no, I didn't pick it up until like everyone said I have everyone says still I kind of like I have a high voice for a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
But like back then it was like I don't know how to talk. And then one day it was just like, okay, now I'm talking like this. This is my pretty normal voice, and that goes down to the I'm a smoker. I'm a smoker, smoking. Yeah, I think cigarettes affected my voice definitely. Friggin' Jesus, Pa. Truly. I don't know if Mike believes this. Mike, I know you're gonna be watching this. You better believe I sing like a fucking beaut. One day. They're gonna be like, Patrick, he was the best singer ever. And he created the one and only song anyone listens to. And now it's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Along with Patrick's whole life story in this podcast. No, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna make shit. I'm not smart enough to be a deep philosophical artist like Mr. Freddie Mercury or like a Jimi Hendrix or Kurt Cobain. No, I'm not smart enough. Those guys, like, they might not be like book smart, but generally they are like some of the most intelligent people.
Yeah,
because they created like such unique shit. And I mean, there's still shit getting created now. Like, I just watched a Tiny Desk. The Tiny Desk concerts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I
watched Mac Miller's. And
dude, no, I the beginning song, the first song in that, really like.
I really liked his end song. But yeah, I mean, all of his songs were good. But he was a unique voice, just a unique dude, and it's sad. I mean, fucking fentanyl takes us all. Not really, fentanyl's not. But I mean, fentanyl, it's just sad. ODing on it. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's why you live life, man.
Yeah, how many fucking very talented people have died because of like drug use? And like Heath Ledger, like it's speculated he wasn't trying to commit suicide. He just took too much. That sucks.
Yeah,
it's like his normal dosage. Like, how much is like too much?
And the thing, like he was going through some psychological problems. I believe he was a method actor, and he kind of embodied what a paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah, to kind of do that Joker role a bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it affected him because obviously it's gonna affect you. Like mental health is something that I struggle with.
I think everyone has a little bout of it, you know. I mean, just even like just a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
But
even just a little, but like he didn't know that that was gonna be the last time he did that. Like, oh, this last day of his life. That's terrible. You should never know when you're gonna. I don't think anyone should.
it'd be cool because you know you live every day like it's your last. You know?
Yeah,
Frank Sinatra, live every day like it's your last. May you, may we all live to 100, and me 99 days, and but one less. I don't remember the fucking exact. It's like one day less than 100, you know. So I don't have to watch you guys die. Oh, Frank Sinatra, fucking other guy, very talented. But yeah, I mean, life is very weird. I mean, we all we know is we have this. That's
yeah,
it. Oh, I can listen. These are the seamless transitions that come with this fucking PCP podcast of the drug of drugs. Um, so a weird understanding of life. I was kind of thinking about this, and the aliens, Paul. We have
yeah.
the aliens.
I mean, yeah,
Okay, so there was one video that
No.
got kind of debunked, and it was the pyramid one, which was like, oh, it's just a lens. But the most compelling story is Commander David Fravers, with I think it's the SSN Nimitz. I don't know. It's the Nimitz. It's referred to as the Nimitz incident. And so a naval ship picked up a object, an unidentified object, moving into this training exercise area in California, and Commander David Fravor was a fighter pilot and another guy, and so they go out to this object and they go to see what it is, and they have this. So they have a visual and then also a radar detection
Yeah.
of this object, and it went from 80,000 feet to 1 foot above the ocean.
Oh yeah,
It was the ocean. One
Yeah.
foot above the ocean in less than a second, and they have this recorded, but it's not video. I mean, they have a video of it. It's not the clearest thing because it was back in 2004, you know. But and then
Keep in mind that was 17 years ago.
yeah, 17 years ago. So I mean, and usually anything that's developed or being tested in that time span, it's usually within 15 years that it's put out. So like our fighter or stealth pilot or stealth fighter jet, you know, the black one. Yeah, that was like it was tested 15 years before it was actually released for military use, you know. And so like if another country had stuff like this, it would already be in use pretty much.
Yeah.
And so you can make the argument maybe like China, maybe Russia, you know, maybe they develop something like this. But it's highly unlikely because the propulsion system on it is so advanced. It's something 100 to 1,000 to I don't even know how much years advanced from where we are or where we know most people are. I mean, there's the level we're at in technology, and this is way over what we can even speculate to be possible, right?
I think it's an entire possibility we have a Men in Black situation on this earth where there are aliens living among us that we don't know, and there's like a secret society that like I don't want to say controls because I think controls is the wrong word, but manages all the alien activity coming in and out of our solar system. And
Quite possible, but you know, I mean, the Men in Black was actually based off like a real organization. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to search it up. I mean, Paul. We're gonna talk like we know stuff, and we're gonna talk like we're specs.
yeah,
we don't know anything.
We know nothing.
Hey, secret time. We don't know anything.
We're Jon Snow.
Okay, but yeah, I think it was based off a government project, and these Men in Black, you know, went to the people who like found the aliens in Roswell, the crashed ship. They found the aliens, and the Men in Black talked to them or whatever, and yeah, I think it was based off of that. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of just thinking about it. So I heard one intelligence, you know, aerospace, whatever, blah blah blah. He was saying that he thinks that the possibility that we're just like an experiment for these things, possibly, and that's kind of sad to think about, you know.
Yeah.
And like our life might be worthless, you know. We might not do anything after this. We might, you know, the atheists. If you're a true atheist, you believe that nothing happens before or after life.
Oblivion.
Yeah, and so you're just nothing afterwards. And so, I mean, you go to your job every day and you're just like, oh, you muddle through, but hell, that might be your last day on Earth. I mean, why not fucking live it up? I mean, that's kind of why I'd want to know. Hey, I'm gonna die. Like, oh, I have enough money in my bank account. I want to do as much shit as I possibly can before I die.
Yeah. At the same time, like I can understand. Like I personally would never want to know I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
I would like it to happen and just done. Like
I'd kind of want to know just like maybe like 100 days ahead. Give me 100 days. I'm gonna travel the fucking world. I want to travel so fucking bad, but it's hard to allocate funds to that and then live your life. But if you know your life's coming to an end, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, but like that's what I'm thinking about the aliens. Yeah, did I just cut you off there, Paul? See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, just fuck. Oh, but no, this is. I mean, like, I don't know what these aliens mean. Their level of understanding. I mean, obviously their technology is superior to us. It smells good, doesn't it, babe? Locked in the room, gas chamber, dude.
Dude.
It does smell bad.
Oh my god,
it's fine. You're not being a baby, Paul.
No.
A beef. Wrong.
This is ridiculous. This is
beef. Dude. Oh, Grandma's Boy. Yeah, you didn't watch Grandma's Boy forever. Yeah. But anyway, I want to know, like everyone wants to kind of know where these aliens are from, and a lot of people are still skeptical about it, and rightfully so. I can't say that 100% believe. I'm on like 95% I believe aliens exist. I can't like 5% doubt.
After watching the Cosmos, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, actually, I should say 99.999.
There's no doubt.
9%. Yeah, I keep like, it's so weird. It's such a weird angle for me because like I'm talking this way, and sometimes the mic's not gonna pick up if I'm talking like that,
Yeah.
And so like I try to look at you, Paul, but I mean I can look away from you. You don't look at me when we.
I have trouble with eye contact. I have trouble with eye contact.
Paul, how do you have trouble with eye contact with me, Paul?
With anyone. It's not just.
It's ridiculous.
Anyone.
Listen, I have trouble with eye contact with people I don't know that well, but Paul, we're twins.
Yeah, I realize that. I realize that.
Twinsies.
Could you not call it twinsies?
We're twinsies.
Could you not
Paul, we were once one. Paul.
Yeah.
We were once one.
Yeah.
You understand that? You understand what that means, Paul?
I feel like
we were a cell once that we split into two.
I feel like
we were so
the
close.
Family Guy thing where Stewie's brother
Evil Stewie?
The evil Stewie.
Evil
Stewie. How they're in the sperm's like a gunner ship?
Yeah.
I feel like that was us, and I was just chilling, and you were just shooting the other.
I was doing all the work, like normal.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm the one that works, and you're the one.
I split from
Hamlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna take this nutrients from you, bitch.
Yeah, this is what you get, Paul. What you get. But yeah, it's just weird to think about. It's kind of a scary. Like maybe they have something we just don't want to know. And that's the scariest aspect of aliens to me is like, hey, life is actually worthless, and we're just like cows for these aliens, and they actually have them. Like that's just the scariest aspect of it. But yeah, I mean we're kind of ditching religion a little bit. I think we're the least religious people ever. Ever. You can find solace in religion, which is I think helpful, but I truly don't believe.
It's nice to be part of a community like that. I mean, church-going people are typically very good people. I don't want to generally say they're all good people because there have been some bad.
There's some molesty priests, dude. Yeah, no peanut touching. Why are a lot of molesting priests found one little kid? It's really weird.
I think it's because
they were molested themselves.
Well, no. Typically, that doesn't happen. Typically, someone who is molested is not going to end up assaulting another person when they're older.
I don't.
That's statistically that's an anomaly. But what I'd say is that they're not allowed to get married.
I don't know if that's an anomaly, actually.
I shouldn't say anomaly, but highly unlikely.
I don't think that is. I don't think that's the case. I think there were studies actually done with kids who were molested, and they actually grow up in molesting other kids because
I just
There's
don't.
some psychological
But like,
comfort in that. I don't know.
how?
But like, or they want to. It's not always the case. Like they'll admit, because there's like some sex alcohol or like some
But,
sex
but
anonymous
what I'm
programs.
saying is like, why would you want to subject another person to something that ruins your life as a child?
Yeah, no, I understand your
And
point, but I mean, I don't, I'm not 100% sure. I've just heard this a lot that it's actually the case where if you get sexually molested as a child, you tend to actually molest. It's like the saying hurt people, like, oh, why is this guy abusive? It's because his parents abused him. It's so weird why that happens, but it's a psychological process, and I'm pretty sure that happens.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but I could talk about the abusing thing, because when you have a low self-worth, like, that can either make you a very, very good person or a very bad person. And if you've known nothing but just awful things, like, I think about Stranger Things and Billy, which is like one of the saddest stories in that show, and he's an asshole. He really is. And you see him when he's younger with his mom, and he's happy. He's genuinely happy. And his mom eventually leaves his dad, and he's stuck with his dad, and his dad is emotionally, physically abusive towards him. He takes that out on other people because he doesn't know what's going on, and a lot of kids who experience emotional physical abuse don't know why that's happening, and they take it out on other kids, and they project sort of their feelings or whatever on other people. It's sad, but it happens, and that's why you get bullying.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying with the whole molesting thing is like, I don't know why it doesn't make sense.
Typically, that doesn't happen. I
don't know.
We don't look up any of this, but
yeah, I don't know how to even search this up.
Yeah, I don't.
No, want that search history.
No,
why? Like FBI's like, why you checking molesting? Yeah, dude, I don't want to fucking see all this. Oh, such a morbid topic. It's sad, but I mean, I think anyone who like there are programs out there like it's sex something anonymous, and it's for people who have these sexual desires. You go there, and it's just like you be open and honest. It's like Alcohol Anonymous, but just because there are people that have these things, and it's usually people who've been molested. Again, I'm just saying this. I've heard this. I can't attest to it.
I mean, maybe because of the molesting, they have a distorted view of sex in general. So
that's what I'm thinking. But
okay.
Hurt people.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's
at
like,
the same time, like, I genuinely don't feel like most people who would get molested would want to end up molesting someone else in the future. Like,
we can agree to disagree here.
Yeah, I feel like we should transition.
Yeah, do you want to transition to a less morbid topic?
Yes,
let's talk about pony fetishes here.
Pony fetish.
Have you ever seen this, Paul?
Really? Oh, like bronies?
No. I don't know. I can't. Oh my god, this is so difficult. Got a wire. Gotta go under the wire. Oh, it's not even good. I can't even see. I'm just gonna. But so it's not bronies.
Not bronies?
Yeah, I can give you a little. Just give you an image. So I don't want to show this, but it's dudes. They dressed up as ponies or chicks, and they dress up as ponies, and you can search this online. Just search pony fetish, and you'll see a video. It's kind of the funniest thing you've ever fucking seen. But yeah, it's just people that act like ponies and then riders. It's like a BDSM kind of thing, but it's also a little weird. I mean, I'm not trying to kink shame, whatever gets your dick hard, fucking do it. But as long as it's not hurting anyone else. But it's kind of fucking hilarious, dress up as a pony. It's kind of like
Dude, I don't mean to judge anyone.
No, I mean, kink shaming, it's fine when it's weird people like this. No, it's not. It is kind of really fucking weird. But yeah, I mean, you see these fucking people that is fucking dressed up, and yeah, it's just, oh my god, it's kind of the cringiest stuff ever. I mean, it's something I would never really would get into. Not really my
I don't really
my
understand
cup of tea.
bestiality, like in general.
Yeah, you're talking about like furry shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's the same thing. Furries, like I don't get it. But I think the allure of furries is the anonymousness of it,
Yeah.
anonymity.
Yeah.
No, being
Yeah.
able to have sex with someone you don't see,
Yeah.
But I mean, you can kind of do that with like glory holes. I mean, but you can. You're at risk for an STD, baby.
Yeah.
You don't want to get them STDs, but
No.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking
I
hilarious.
mean, unless you're dying, like the other person is also dying, and like,
yeah, but I mean, a lot of people are doing this, and people are doing this for their OnlyFans, and some people are making some serious dough. I think dudes have to go a little bit more extreme because dudes are less sought out after. Because I'm not saying women have I personally think that women, natural born women, have a lower sex drive than men. I think testosterone kind of takes that up a notch. But I mean, men are, I believe, the majority of like OnlyFans like subscribers, and so women kind of kill it easily. They can just do regular like I'm fucking throwing a dildo in my fucking asshole. Everything's good. But dudes, you have to do some kinky fucking shit to get kind of like noticed. Also, I mean, just a sex tip for everyone on if you want to go to OnlyFans is you have to get like a newsworthy thing. So like teachers they get busted on OnlyFans and it makes the news and dude they blow up. They're making $500,000 a month, dude. $500,000 a month. Paul, I'd die to make $500,000 a year, dude.
yeah,
I'd be so fucking pumped.
It'd be nice.
$500,000 a month, Paul. A month.
it'd be nice.
So nice. Oh, it'd be ridiculous, Paul. That's
What's-
$6 million a year.
6 million.
$6 million, dog. Just doing some crazy shit, having fun too. I mean, listen, I'm not shaming sex workers at all. I think sex workers fucking make the world go round, baby.
Prostitution's a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, it's not legal here. You have to go out to Canada.
Yeah, but like even like legal prostitution, it's not the greatest thing. Like I don't want to really have
No.
sex with a fucking person that doesn't really want to have sex with me.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think I don't find any pleasure in that. I think
yeah, it's not
I think
attractive.
the ultimate like fantasy a person should have. And I think my ultimate would be to have sex with a person that wants to have sex with me. I feel like there's something nice to that. There's something beautiful.
No, it's
Is
just there's just something hot about like
Yeah.
someone being attracted to you for more than just your smoking hot bod. I'm just kidding. I'm fat. I'm ugly. I get it, Paul. Don't have to tell. You don't have to tell me.
Can we
Stop.
can we take the
Yeah, Paul's been looking at some fucking horses for a minute here. I mean, Paul, do you want to get in on this or what, dude? Get on the ground floor, dude. We can create our own pony fetish in Michigan.
That's weird. You're my brother.
I mean, that's
weird.
That chick's pretty hot. That chick's pretty hot.
That's weird for you to ask me. I'm not saying she's
Listen,
not.
no,
hot.
it's
She's
not.
hot.
We can separate the sexual aspect of it, Paul.
That's
Fine,
a
Paul.
weird thing to ask me.
I was just trying to get on the ground floor. We could probably make some money. I mean, listen, you make more money as a leader of a cult, but you have more fun as a follower. So, I mean, whatever you want to do, Paul. You want to start a cult with me, Paul? I think we'd be pretty good at fucking culting it. You know what? We're gonna start a cult. Why not? It's nothing illegal about starting a cult.
No.
I mean, but it just kind of evaporates like that one in fucking whatever the Indian dude. There's an Indian dude, but yeah, that one.
No, the one I know is Jim Jordan, the dude who with the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it's Jim. I think it's something Jones actually. Jim Jones,
Maybe
whatever.
Jordan, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck that dude. That's
Yeah.
not the cult we start, Paul. That's not the cult we start. We start a sex cult. Listen, this is how it starts. We feel like, oh, the only enlightenment thing is to suck our dicks, and then boom. Then everyone hops on the train and we just have sex with a bunch of people. I mean, that's kind of the whole reason to start a cult is just have sex.
I mean,
with a bunch of people.
I feel like that's just an orgy. That's just
no, but I mean, we'd find some philosophical reason for people to be like, you know what, these people, they know more than I do. It was so easy to start a cult back in the day without the internet. Yeah. I think now it's way more difficult.
People are more informed now.
Yeah, way more informed, but. back in the day, they're like, I know everything, and this is what life is, and they're like, okay, now have sex with me because I can enlighten you by having sex with me, and then boom. But I think I just want to start a cult just to party all the time, like just like listen. So you get money, just to like have the facility or whatever. You don't have to work, and you just party and fuck. That's the greatest fucking thing ever. I think the world should just be one big fucking goddamn cult. But yeah, we didn't get any food. I get that, Paul. I understand. There's a huge problem with that. I think we should have a separation. Yeah, I'm going off the rails, dude.
I'm cold.
You're cold?
No, I'm not.
Cult. Oh, cult. I mean, Paul, you want to start a cult with me or what? Are we doing this?
No. I'm good.
Oh, Paul. I thought you were down with down to clown.
No, I mean
Charlie Brown.
I'd like to. I would not be opposed to having sex with women or like objectively like beautiful women, like not necessarily.
Yeah, Paul, say it with your chest, dog.
Paul
wants to fuck some hot bitches, dude.
Well,
say it with your chest.
Well, not necessarily like maybe like emotionally hot. Like there are emotionally hot women.
I guess so.
Like I feel like I'm an ugly person. Like I know I'm an ugly person.
Oh, you're gorgeous.
No.
You're looking scrubby as fuck.
Yeah,
though.
I am.
God, I have to trim your shit up.
No, I was getting this thrown out for the wedding so that we could trim it.
Okay, Paul. Sure.
Yeah.
I think you should go with a fat fucking beard. A fat beard. You look pretty good with a fucking big beard. A ball cap on to cover your baldness. It looks. I mean, but realistically, I'm not being weird.
I miss my hair so much.
There was one time Paul's wearing a baseball cap. He has this big. I mean, bigger than what I have right now. I mean,
it was
bigger than that. It was pretty half-alicious. And he was just wearing a black t-shirt, and I was like, Paul, you're looking good as fuck, dude. I'm like, no homo, but you're looking good as fuck. Is no homo like sexually offensive? I mean, I'm just saying to know.
I wouldn't be able to speak to that.
I guess maybe not. I don't know. Not trying to offend. Everyone fuck whoever you want to.
Yeah.
I mean,
love is love.
I think we're having the rambling 20s coming up here, Paul. I mean, everyone's gonna be fucking everyone, dude.
Yeah. No, dude,
it's the worst time to probably be in a relationship because everyone gonna be fucking. There's gonna be STDs everywhere.
Well, if they ever find a cure to AIDS, which I think they
second person just got cured of AIDS. You know that? Really? Second person just fully got cured of AIDS.
Oh damn.
I mean, it's only 2 people in like the last 5 years, but still, it's pretty good.
Like if
more controllable. It's not a death sentence.
Available and like.
Crazy. It's crazy.
People are just gonna be fucking like
Sondheim. Yeah, I mean, HIV ran through the gay community so quick. It's such an interesting fact. It's so weird to tell this fact because everyone looks at you like, oh, what are you talking about? But yeah, HIV ran through the gay community because your anus actually absorbs a lot more than like a vagina. Like a vagina is actually like a little less absorbent than the anus, and then a penis absorbs the least. So let's say a dude is fucking a chick, and the chick has AIDS. He's less likely to get AIDS from that chick than flipping roles.
Yeah.
The dude having AIDS and the chick having. It's weird. It's crazy, dude. But I mean, it's still possible, by the way.
I mean,
but that's why it's running rampant in the 80s in the gay community, which sucked a lot. A lot of people died.
You say sex practice, please, contraception. Pretty important. But I mean, if you're in a long-term relationship and you want to just, regardless if you're straight, gay, or whatever, like
raw dog it, baby. Don't listen to Paul. We'll raw dog it 24/7. Let's sip a lift of Harper Loaf of ladies.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. But I think in a committed relationship, that's a good thing.
No, in a committed relationship, it's fine. I mean, you get tested, and I think you should get tested after every fucking sexual encounter. But I think truly the one thing I wouldn't want to get, and I think everyone fucking has a version of it, is herpes, But there's some bad versions of herpes. It's like really fucking huge rash, and that would suck.
Yeah, that would be awful. But a lot of people do have herpes.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, and they don't even really test for herpes.
Like
at most
I feel
places.
like the stigmatism with herpes is going away.
Yeah, because no. So the testing facilities are not even testing for herpes now. because so many people have it.
Yeah.
Which is like everyone's gonna get herpes. I genuinely think there's gonna be a cure for herpes in the
Yeah.
next 100 years. 'Cause, I mean, fuck, how fast will you get a vaccine? How fast, are fucking
I mean,
people
I
getting?
think of Game of Thrones. Fuck you, Phil. Fuck you.
Yeah,
We're not gonna look this good. Like, not that
yeah.
we
Oh,
not that we look good right now, but
no, but we're gonna look, Paul. We're gonna look like complete dog shit when we hit
Yeah.
50.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna look like we're 80. We already look like we're in our fucking mid-30s,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, yeah, we're not.
Fucking
We're not in
old.
our mid-30s, guys.
no,
Letting you
no,
know.
not at all.
Or even our late 30s. Some people could argue our late 30s. God, I'm looking at myself right now. I'm like, God,
Yeah.
I am so fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so disappointing, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have such weird bone structure. Oh, and our nose and our ears keep getting bigger. Like, we already have big noses, but our noses are just gonna keep growing. How sad is that, Paul?
Pretty sad.
I think our ears are kind of big, but they're pretty normal.
Yeah.
But they just
Proportion to our
keep
head,
getting big.
Our heads are.
Yeah, if we didn't have our big noses, our face would look a little bit more weird, I guess. But we just have fucking pig noses. We have snouts, Paul. We have fucking snouts.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, so next weekend we got this wedding. We're gonna see some family we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, Yeah, and then hopefully next day we're partying a little Memorial Day party,
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting drunk as fuck. Paul. Getting high as shit. Paul, I mean, listen, do you want to talk about your stint with marijuana? I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to be open.
I mean,
We can move on to another subject.
I mean, okay. Well, I feel like for the last 6-8 months, I've kind of been losing my mind in some regards, and up until probably 3 weeks ago, I was off marijuana. I had 100 days, I think it was 102 days without weed, and I don't feel like myself. I think I've started this by saying I'm losing my mind. In a lot of ways, I feel like I am.
Out of touch with reality.
Yeah, and
do you want me to explain from a third person perspective? I mean, I generally just watching you, and generally, Paul's golden crispy nuggets. I'm actually the weird one, I just say weird shit, and I don't know where I'm going with it half the time, but it hits half the time. It gets a laugh, and that's all I'm trying to do. But when Paul uses a little bit of marijuanas, and especially just smoking, because even
I like edibles. I really like edibles.
Yeah, I mean, you've been fine with the edibles so far, but just the smoking, Paul gets freaked the fuck out.
It's so weird too. Like the body had I legitimately oh god, it was
I think the body high could be from the edibles and with the mixing, just the smoking of the fast high
it legitimately felt like my heart was going a billion beats per second. This is kind of terrifying, but the edibles are nice. They're nice little 3 hours after you take them, you're yeah, you're feeling good. But the weed's just instant gratification.
Yeah, and that's when you take too much of it, you get fucking paranoid.
Oh yeah,
paranoid. And so it. I mean, I've never seen anyone with schizophrenia, but it seems like that because last time, I mean, just the incident that happened, we just had our friends, and Paul thinks he just said stuff, I mean, I don't go too deep into it, but you just freak out and you're like, oh, I said something bad, and
yeah, it's terrifying.
You don't know what you're actually you're saying, and I'm like, Paul, you didn't say anything.
I don't know what I'm saying, and that's the scary thing, and that's I probably shouldn't be doing weed, but I like weed, and I don't want to feel like this sober. I've had moments when I'm sober where I'm like, what did I just say? 10 seconds ago. And I don't know. I literally don't. And it takes me a while to figure out what did I just say? And to not be able to have that subjective view of yourself anymore, it's difficult to deal with without any intoxication. I mean, I've been 100% sober tried it 3 weeks ago. Like, I 100%. I don't drink. We've discussed it at length why I don't drink.
A little bitch. You need to start drinking. But no, I mean, I'm your kind of like I'm trying. Like,
Like I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to say anything like.
just don't know. You think stuff, and then you think you actually said it when she didn't say. But I'm Paul's trying to like. I have to try to convince Paul that he didn't say it because he didn't say it. But like just saying just anything in general, or just thinking stuff. I'm kind of your rock of like, hey, like what's actually.
I'm gonna be honest.
life.
I've been in a bad place the last months. These last
Yeah.
6-8 months, and like it's scary. It's scary to be in that place. It's scary to be in that place sober, and I find some happiness when I'm high, but like when I'm in that place and I'm around people, like I'm scared that I would say something, and that's what I'm dealing with. That's every day for me. The fear, the anxiety, all of that, and I am getting help for that. I'm talking to my therapist. I had a good conversation. I believe I told you about this. I had a good conversation with my therapist. We talked about he he told me that he finds it kind of crazy that people feel guilty about like welfare or like being poor and asking for help. He's like, that's like pennies in the bucket. What
compared to what we spend on military budget
Oh,
a
yeah.
year? Holy shit.
Yeah,
We're almost at
exactly.
$1 trillion fucking dollars a year in military
and we
budget
talk about
in the US.
we spoke about the disparity disparity, thank you, between white education and African American education, and the fact that there is still segregation within schools, and when you have a more diverse like group of children that you're educating, it's better for everyone. You're exposing people to people that don't necessarily look like them and don't have the same cultures, but are probably still really good people. And like we went to Wild Lake Central, and it was a nice place to go because like there were Caucasians, there
was a decent amount of diversity there.
Yeah.
And we had I think we had a few people in our school that actually didn't even speak English when they came to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had an ESL program, and so
I mean, we had Muslims. I mean, we're friends with people with Muslims. Like,
yeah, no, I mean,
not practicing. Like, Booty's a Muslim, but he's not practicing. He's more of an atheist, but he was raised as a Muslim, and like he's a wonderful human being. And to think that people have preconceived notions about people simply because of their religion or skin color or because they look different from them is utterly absurd to me, and it really is.
So Paul, America is a melting pot. How are we? I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec question I was going off of. How do we improve that, or how do we keep that going?
How do we improve the dream of the American melting pot?
Yeah.
And I think it's by understanding each other and understanding the diversity of each other.
Yeah, it's weird to look at skin color or even like and like, oh, this is a different person. Like I think culturally, people like a person raised in China is going to be 100% like different than a person raised in America. But you have to understand that like there's cultural differences. Like going to Japan and not wearing a mask is very disrespectful. And like going to Japan and doing some stuff that you like in America is completely normal. It's not normal in Japan.
Yeah.
It's like, oh hey, this like you shouldn't be doing that. That's very like eating on a train. Like people are like, oh hey, like that's disrespectful as fuck. And people in America are like, oh, it's fine. Like people are raised differently, and we have to understand that. And there's just a lot of problems we have, but I think we're doing pretty well, hopefully. But I think at the top of this topic, I mean, just keep your mental health going, and keep it like keep up with your shit,
I feel like that is the pandemic has been really a contributor to a deterioration of my mental health, to be honest, because I've pre-pandemic I was kind of really isolated, and now it's more so because you're not able to go out and see people, and like that, that was life for me before the pandemic, and it's still kind of obviously now, and it's like it's hard to not be able to go out and socialize, and like we get that. Just please take care of yourself. If you're having problems, and if you're having problems, like just get help. Get help.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have to work on their mental health, even if you think you're solid. Might be some stuff.
And talk to the people that you care about, because I mean,
yeah, it's I mean, talking is a two-way street. Everyone, you just communicate with people you care about. I mean, if it's somebody you don't care about, fuck them. Who gives a fuck? They're not talking to you. Fuck them. Don't talk to them. And okay, I don't know. I'm just saying, Paul. It is what it is. But yeah, keep your mental health game up. Be your therapist. Take your Ubers. Don't get drunk. Drive. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very weird time out there, Paul. Very weird time. So, Paul, is there any story you'd like to like to go out on here? Is there anything you could think about? Because like I'm trying to think of like a story, and I mean the only thing I can think of is like just like advice stories. I mean, is there a story you wanna go out on?
Okay. So a week after we graduated, this was back in 2012. We were at our house. We were doing a bonfire. Like we typically did that summer. We like every night we had a bonfire and sat there. And I didn't smoke back then, but as you did,
Allegedly.
I drank. Allegedly. But we got some Fireball 151. And
it's not Fireball. It's
I'm
Bacardi 151.
Bacardi 151. I'm sorry. It's been a while. You'll understand after this. So we get that, and
like 75% alcohol.
Yeah, it is quite. I'm 18 years old. I've never really been drunk in my life at all. I've had maybe 2 shots of alcohol in my life, ever. And the week after graduating, we were with all our friends from high school. A lot of them we still hang out with. But we're sitting there, and Tyler, and I think we've talked about Tyler before.
Yeah. Oh! Shout out to Tyler. I talked shit to him last episode about being a bad man. I was the best man ever.
Oh yeah, and you'll understand why at the end of this.
I love you, Tyler. You son of a bitch. All right, go ahead.
So he's like, shots, anyone? I was like, fuck yeah, why not? Take a shot. Let's do this.
Everybody, shots.
Took a shot. Had a beer. I was feeling pretty good. I was like, another shot. Let's do it. Bacardi 151. I chased it obviously because I wasn't accustomed to alcohol. Still not accustomed to alcohol. Don't like it. I have the cringiest face after I drink it. It is, oh god, it's awful. It is so awful. But I had probably 4, and I was feeling good. And I literally, there was a spot at our old place where I'd sit and I'd look at this tree. It was just so majestic and beautiful, and I feel like I have a good appreciation for nature and the beauty of like everything that surrounds us, and I was enjoying that. And I came back, and I was like, another shot, and I was like, fuck yeah. Now Booty, who we previously mentioned, was like, Paul, you shouldn't. I was like, I got it, Booty. He's like,
Booty wise beyond his years.
Wise beyond his. He's like, Paul, you really shouldn't. I was like, I got this. He took the shot. Now, they allegedly went into smoke, and it was me and Brian, who we've mentioned having a baby with his wife. He had just broken up with his girlfriend, the girl he was dating prior to meeting his wife, which now he's obviously having a baby with. But we're sitting there, and I can look at Brian, and he was drunk as fuck, and I knew I was drunk as fuck, and I'm just like laying back there. And I have my head up, and I'm looking to the sky, and all I think is, I need to vomit, and I just projectile vomited upward into my shoes and all over myself. I really thought it was Patrick for like the longest time, for years after, because I was like, I couldn't move to get back into my house, and I was like, Patrick got me. He brought me back in. Found out later it was actually Tyler. Tyler carried my drunk fat ass from. It was literally like 100 yards from the fireplace to my back door, and he's 100% a bro because I was just covered in vomit, covered in it.
Yeah, and I mean he did the hard long work. I did the short fast one. Well, you could say equally as bad because I had to take your clothes off and then put you in the shower and make sure you didn't die in the shower.
Yeah. I was not okay.
Yeah, Paul's dick everywhere. He's like, I'm fucking and I mean, listen, I'm like, definitely saw your dick that night, and it's definitely the smallest it's probably ever. You know, it's just like a little like, ding. But that's because you're so alcohol. You know, in like those certain situations when you're like working out, your dick gets so small, like so small. You're like, because it's like I'm just gonna retract up into myself. Yeah, you had that night, and I was like, well, Paul, I understand. It sucks, dude. But yeah, I just had to make sure Paul didn't die, and we just went in the shower on him for like 30 minutes, just lukewarm water as he's just like dead in the tub. And yeah, I got him in his bed.
That was my first drunk experience after
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy 151. I mean,
it's a dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous stuff. I think Everclear is the winner of the most dangerous stuff. That shit sucks going down.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's when I started chasing alcohol again. You know, you start by chasing liquor, you know, and then you're like, I'm a man. I got hair on my chest, and now I chase liquor again because after Everclear, it's like 90% alcohol.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's like they tell you don't drink this straight up, and you know, of course, we just drink it straight up because we're fucking idiots. And yeah, it's like burning holes in your fucking esophagus and shit. And you're like, this is the sweet stuff. But yeah, it gets you drunk off like 4 shots, and you literally have to like the first shot you can take it and you're like, but the next shot, if you don't chase it, you're throwing up. It's fucking it's your body saying this is not good and it needs to get the fuck out. Oh, and it's so bad. It's so bad.
Nope.
But yeah, I mean, fuck, getting drunk, dude. I can't wait to get drunk at the wedding.
I don't know.
You should totally get drunk. I can drink Tito's now, Paul. I can drink Tito's. I can drink Tito's like it's water. Like I can drink a pint of, like, if you had a pint of Tito's right here, I could just finish like half of it and then boom, slam it. But you know, Paul, any words of wisdom you want to go off on? You know, give the people what they want.
You know what? We're gonna end on this because I promised last week, and you know, I think it's appropriate that we started with you and end with me. Okay, so I'm gonna. I lost my mind on a trip to the moon, drifting away, dreaming of you. That's for the ladies.
Paul, you serrated them.
Yeah.
Stick your nose in some taints, motherfucker.